What's up? It's been a long time. I'm going to introduce to you the most underrated tool in laundromat. A tool that no one talks about because laundromat maintenance is boring and no one likes to talk about that. We always like to talk about how much money we make. But this is the best tool that you can have in a laundromat. It's the most underrated tool, should I say. And it will save you a lot of headache. It's right here. It's a steamer. A little handheld steamer. Having a handheld steamer can make jobs like this guy right here. You see how this gunk built up? That's not coming off with elbow grease. And I don't care how much you bench press, this stuff don't come off. You can use Dawn dish soap, you can use a degreaser, it don't matter. Nothing beats your regular handheld steamer. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. But besides cleaning the drums of your dryers, that can also be used to clean the lint trays of your washers. So if you have any built up gunk inside there, hit it with the steamer. About 20-30 seconds, it'll loosen up all the grime. And then you come by with a toothbrush or just some sort of firm brush and you scrape it. It makes life so much easier. So here's the before, right? Here's the before. I'm going to try to show you how I do it with the steamer. It still does take some effort, but it is the best method I found for cleaning your dryers. Check it out. All right, so here we are. We're inside the dryer. As you can see, they're dirty. People don't want to put their clothes in dirty, nasty dryers. But just a word to the wise, it is best to never let your dryers get to this point, right? Because once they get to this point, it's a real pain in the ass to clean them. So preventative maintenance is a lot better than what we're about to do. Daily cleaning, it's the best. But we're here now, so let me show you how I do it. All right, steamer's getting warmed up. While the steamer is getting warmed up, I forgot to mention, you could turn on your dryer, put it on the high setting, and allow it to run for about 10 minutes. That way, it's even more warmer when you put on the steamer. But really, it doesn't matter. The steamer is going to hit it hard. What you do need to have in hand are some scrubs. Some sort of sponge scrubs, a brush, and a microfiber towel. Those are things you do need. You can let the dryer run, but really, it doesn't matter. All right, our steamer is ready to go, as you can see. Typically, I'd be using two hands, but I need one hand to hold the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here. I'm very close to the drum, and I'm going to leave it on there for about 30 seconds. Just enough to loosen up all the grime. And this is very time consuming. That's why I'm telling you that preventative maintenance is a lot better than letting it get to this point. But like I said, we're already here. This stuff, this gunk, it's like oily, lint, soapy fabric built up. And it's not going to come off easy. All right, this is gonna be a little bit more time consuming than I thought. Let me show you the before and then I'll show you the after. Look at the difference. I'm gonna be real with you, all I used was the steamer and this Scotch-Brite scrub pad. You can get this from literally anywhere. It looks like a bunch of pubic hair. But this stuff, this pad in particularly, with the steamer works perfect. If you try to use a steamer and let's say like a brush like this, or like a sponge like this, or even a microfiber towel like this, it ain't gonna work. It has to be this particular pad and the steamer mix, and then finally you'll take your dry rag and like clean it, clean the moisture out of it, and that's it. That took maybe the center part. It took maybe like 5 minutes at most. But let's see if there's a part I can hit to give you a real show. All right, this guy right here. Let's go and hit that guy. All right, steamer's going. It's in full effect, as you can see. I put it right on the gunk. You can leave it on there for about anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. It really just depends on how bad the gunk is. This is very hard to do with two hands or one hand, but we got the steamer going. All right. Then I get my scrub. Light scrub, light scrub. We need more heat. And when you're scraping the inside of your dryer, it's very light scrapes. Don't go crazy on it. Very firm, like very light pressure. All right, this is very entertaining. Boom. Look at that. Look at that, brother. Boom. Then you take your microfiber rag. You clean it up real quick. Boom, bada boom. That took 10 seconds. How you feel about that? All right, that was the gist of the video. Look how clean that thing looks. The center, at least. I still have to do the outsides, but you get the point of it, right? The steamer, that nylon scrub pad, find it at Home Depot or Amazon, whatever. And look, that's going to change your entire dryer, your entire world. Now you know how to be a laundromat operator. You know how to clean your machines. We're not just counting money here. We're actually showing you how to be an operator. Peace out.